So, this is actually the wrong background. I'm pretty sure I used a different picture in higher resolution. So you know it's good. Get the adjustments, all that good stuff. Turn that off. Can actually turn off Steam. I don't need that on. Oh great, I forgot to refill my water before starting. You always know it's good that way. Well, I'm gonna do this then. You get to hear this before I start. I mean, it's already started right now. What are you talking about? It's all good. I got like nothing in place. Finished one of my longest stories yesterday. Ended up with 40 pages. I couldn't even post it on the website I usually post it on. I had to change the file type so it would even work with it. It was weird. I never had to do that before. I might want to split it up into different parts because I don't think anyone's actually gonna read it if I have it like that. But I don't know. Is weird. Mia! Maya! Whatever your name is.
Hey, Nick, it's you! I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief.
Hey, why'd you do that anyway?
I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. Not that I'm a lawyer at all, I just kinda stand with you and they let me in for some reason.
Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay?
Okay.
Have you been questioned yet?
No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning.
Here.
Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay?
Huh? How much?
I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something.
Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? They're gonna make me spend a bunch of money, aren't they? Yeah, the person favorited the story, so I'll assume that I did okay. It's usually a good sign. That or they didn't get a chance to read all 24 pages of that second part. The whole story was 40 pages. Like, the first part was like 18 pages, and the rest was, you know, the other like 25. Anyway, any luck with Mia?
None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried, I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training.
She sounds like she really did do her best. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area.
I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again.
Yeah, I got like an hour's sleep. You can tell because I accidentally spoke with my phoenix voice instead of actually speaking normally. Anyway, I guess we'll just look around while she's depressed and see if anyone came to the scene of the crime. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. It's kind of weird exploring places solo. Makes you feel a little lonely. Larry Butts here? Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Kiance, or whatever her name is. Looks like the boat rental shop is closed too. This lady gonna yell at me? Hey! Detective Gumshoe!
Hey, pal. The trial today at our,
Yes? What about the trial?
Well, I was gonna say good show, but it wasn't really all that. But you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know?
Thanks, I guess. Detective Gumshoe, any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow?
Sounds like he's bringing in another witness.
Another witness? Oh, right, he said something about that in the trial today. Flashback. There were 2 witnesses. Or whatever I did for his voice. Was he Dracula? I'm pretty sure I made him like a weird Dracula. It's been like forever since the last Phoenix Wright. Never mind, you remember what we're doing now? Hasn't been that forever. I mean, it was Thursday, and now it's Wednesday. We didn't skip anything. I guess it can be a long wait if you're postponing a trial for a few days. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it?
Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information.
Right. Alright, I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth.
What's up?
Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before.
Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming prosecutor, and him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident.
The DL6 incident?
Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now, you can see it in his eyes.
I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey.
Huh? She's not on bail yet? That's strange. I told them to let her go as soon as they had their report written up. Man, I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff, I'll be honest with you, pal. I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lips trembling.
Really? Cold as ice, Edgeworth?
He really was grateful for what she did, you know. I'm gonna head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get her out there as soon as I can.
Thank you. I need my buddy in crime. Oh, wait. I was wondering how much is bail going to be.
Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount.
What? Edgeworth? I mean, good. I didn't really have money, and he's won more cases than me, so...
Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay?
Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. I mean, you would hope that the amount you're charging him to be his defense, he would do something like that. Right? Yeah, I don't think there's really anything evidence-wise around here, it looks like. I think that means we can just go back. Do we just want to get Maya out, or do we want to go anywhere else?
Hey Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go.
Free at last, eh?
Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe that?
Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they?
Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for the bail.
Thank Edgeworth.
Huh?
He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did.
Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick.
I mean, that was the idea. Anyway, I guess we could just leave now. She was in jail because she spoke out at the trial. She was taken away because she was disrupting the court. Detective Gumshoe's not here. Gumshoe's at the scene again? Huh? No, really? He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? I bet he wouldn't help them build the case against Edgeworth. This must be the chief detective here. He's glued to his computer screen.
What? Rook to bishop 7. Checkmate. I don't believe it.
He's playing chess on the computer.
Just like a real...
Dude. Anyone at my office?
Ah, the fresh air. I gotta say, freedom feels great.
Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay?
Misbehaving's much more fun.
I'm not going to be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay a bail again. It's not going to be.
Right, I'll behave.
Oh dear. Should I ask her anything else now, or do I just go to Grossberg's? Apparently Mr. Grossberg is on vacation today, like he is all the time when I come over. Well, I guess I can come back tomorrow if I need anything. Are we, like, not getting any info? Or do I need to go back and talk to Gumshoe now? Well, any thoughts on what to share?
I was in detention all day. I think I'd like more time to think.
Poor Maya. She probably thought about me the whole time she was in there. Well, what should we do?
I don't know. I've been in detention this whole time. I think I'll let you decide. What we should do? Deal?
Wait, are you telling me I'm actually supposed to figure things out for once? Or am I supposed to just realize what the crime actually was and then not be able to solve it because the game wants me to use a specific piece of evidence in a certain order, and I don't know what order that is?
I mean, it could be it. But you probably solved it at least. There aren't many cops around today, are there?
They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth.
Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Lotta. Y'all really did it today.
What did we do now?
Nah, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking. A little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started babbling any old thing that came to mind.
Lotta.
So you see, I want to make it up to y'all.
Make it up? Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us?
Well, you see, actually I got a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange.
Exchange? I thought this was to make up to us.
Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey, I see you thinking my how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerns are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? It's true, many of them have, like, ladylike education schools and things like that. That are usually just probably torture on most of these people. Anyway. Well, what'd it be? We gonna deal or not? We don't need to learn ladies' etiquette. But sure. What do we do?
We don't really have any other leads, so I don't think I have a choice here. Okay, how much?
Huh? You completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor.
Huh?
The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. What? Gordy?
But Gordy doesn't, I mean Gordy might not exist.
Then bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something? Y'all come to me first, got it?
Okay.
Right, I'll see you later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting.
Hunting? You don't seriously mean?
Gordy? Sure I do.
What about Edgeworth?
We're searching for Gordy, for him. Nick, don't you get it?
Okay, how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist? Like Larry Butts. No. No, I don't really know. I don't know either. How do we do it? Anyone back? Oh, look, we have a giant samurai thing. What's that?
That's the Steel Samurai, Nick. Yo, Maya.
Larry! What the heck is that?
Oh, it was my girl, Kian's idea. She was all like, if you, like, put this up here, it would be really cool. But she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow. That's really impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free.
Right,
Yo, Nick. What happened with Edgy?
Well, we made it through the first day in court, alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though.
Huh. Hey, Larry. Did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Duh. That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No? Really? Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred?
Right, when the DL6 incident happened. It doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry. When did you get that big, thing?
Oh, the big guy? I had that for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids.
Why wasn't it there yesterday?
Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put air into the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it to repairs. Is that gonna play an important role in this case? Oh. And here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. What's this machine? That's the compressor I just told you about like 5 seconds ago. I used it to fill up the air with balloon. the air with balloon, yeah. Huh, neat. I didn't know you could fill up air with a balloon. Just got it repaired yesterday, man. What, that was a drag.
Doesn't that Steel Samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. I guess it's good advertising.
Something about the Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me.
Huh? Really? It looks pretty well made to me.
Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really. True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff.
These Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. I already showed him.
That guy's that's selling my hot dogs faster than I could cook them. Do you think Gordy really exists? Nah, I think somebody probably saw something else that they just thought was Gordy. But I'll keep selling samurai dogs until the truth's out. I guess he doesn't really know anything. I don't really think you would know anything, but just in case. What if one of the booms were... No, the balloon didn't pop, probably. Let's go to the boat rental shop again. Just in case. It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good.
Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over.
I get it.
Now, some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in the boat from this dock. Apparently, the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one more boat at the dock. Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone around. Probably because of murder. Still nothing there. You'd think they would use it for something, right?
Hi, y'all. Well, you find anything about Gordy? No, nothing. Well, keep moving. It gets cold out here at nighttime. It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. No, you don't. No sneezing. What's you? I told y'all no sneezing. See, I set the camera to respond to things that a little softer than bang. The trigger on one of Von Kim's finger snaps now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry's nice, but what about my film? Nick, pay the lady. Sob. Actually, can I actually, like, talk to it normally about anything? Wow. I learned something today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying in serious business, that's why I decided not to talk about the case anymore. Huh? Wow, didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. Maybe she'll tell us the location or something. Feel like we need something else. I quit being an investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. UFO? Anyway, if I can't get a career making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. Huh? So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Right. Just like all those other college kids that took a break and then they never go back to college. I get you.
Okay, nothing else happens there. I'm guessing we can only talk to her more if we get the proof. It's just a break, John. You're definitely gonna go back to college. Now, college start like around this time, I guess. They usually start around these times. Anyone came back here?
Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again.
What do you mean again?
Whatever. Have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is.
You know about Gordy.
Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know about Gordy?
The monster down in Gourd Lake? Not personally, no.
Well, we're looking for it.
Huh? Are you out of your minds? You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me then?
Oh, Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick.
I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with the lotto.
Nick, try telling him sooner next time.
Sorry.
Let's see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid you in your search for Gordy.
Huh?
I'll lend you one of my newest secret weapons for finding evidence.
Really?
You can take whichever one you like.
Okay, give us the goods.
Yeah, Lion Feet goods. It's the name. I got it in there.
Hold on now. Everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile.
Missile?
He's a canine police dog still in training. Missile! Missile! Here, boy. Here he is.
Hey, he's so cute. Look, Nick, cute dog.
A cute dog. This will help us how? What?
Next secret weapon number 2, fishing pole. Here's my own personal pole.
Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole?
Never know until you try, pal. Okay, this next one is the last one.
No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3,
a metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe. We're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find... what are we supposed to find with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. Might have been eating soda cans. Well, what will be?
I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect.
I can't make up my mind either, for the completely opposite reason. Oh, well, I suppose I can't help but borrow one of them. Can we borrow that metal detector? Not sure what we're going to find with this.
Remember, you're hunting a monster. Anything is possible. Anything.
I figured to take the metal detector, because they said that the bullets weren't found at the scene of the crime. So I was thinking maybe we can look around here and see if we can find any bullets. How do I use the metal detector, though?
Hey Lana, look at this. It's a metal detector. I know what it is. I'm not sure how that's gonna help me going to pick up Gordy though. Unless he's been eating people's watches or spare change or something. Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Huh? Okay, so they actually aren't gonna let me use it normally? I thought we might be able to try and look for, like, the bullets, or anything else. Something like that. I guess we actually have to think smart. Let's borrow the dog.
He's so cute.
Oh boy. I feel like the dog might actually bring up something, but the fishing pole is probably going to pull in like an actual person or something that's scuba diving in the lake.
Hey Nick, Missel's been acting strangely.
Whistle? Oh, right. The dog that's right here next to us. That little creature of the detectives.
Oh, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy. What's wrong with Missile?
Uh-oh.
Missile! Missile! Uh-oh, stop that cannibal. It's eating my samurai dogs. My samurai dogs. Wow, he ate every single one.
I'm sorry, Larry.
Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick.
Going to have to this time. Okay, well that happened.
Hey, Lotta! Oh, cute. He yours? He's a canine police dog. His name's Missile. Huh. Canines are the ones they use for sniff their things, right? Wonder what Gordy smells like. I hadn't thought about that.
So they really just want me to use the fishing rod? Oops, I moved the wrong way again. I thought they like let us... Well, maybe we have to use the fishing rod and then give it to the dog somehow. That could be it, maybe. Could be something weird like that. Okay, give me the fishing rod. We exhausted all other options. It breaks the fist over properly. Sure. No, don't examine. Are we gonna go out in the lake and fish? Is that brother?
Okay, Nick. This looks like a good spot.
A good spot for what?
Time to do some fishing.
She's serious. What are you going to use for bait?
Oh.
Yeah, oh. I figured something like this would happen. We should have brought Missile along with us, at least then we'd have bait.
Nick, how could you?
I'm kidding.
Some jokes are better left untold.
Oof, she hit me.
Okay, watch this, Nick.
Just try not to reel in any empty cans or boots, okay?
Here we go. My leg. Hi, what are you doing? Sorry, Lotta. Don't tell me you're all on some film company's payroll. Nick, pay her.
My poor wallet. That probably cost a good amount, right?
Lotta, wait, for catching Gordy. A fishing pole? Are you out of your goddamn mind? Yes, yes, it's a fishing pole. I never thought of that. Good luck. Thanks.
I don't believe it. How am I supposed to use the fishing pole? No one's told me. Can I use it here? I just want to use it. How do I use it, though? They don't let me just take it out of my inventory and hit use, so what am I supposed to do with it?
You know, you can't fish many fish in this lake. I'm not after small fry. I'm after the biggest fry of them all, Gordy. You really gonna try and fish out a monster? To say Mr. Edgeworth, yes. Brings a tear to my eye in more ways than one.
Thought he was gonna give us a hot dog or something.
Can we give him a gun?
No? What else am I supposed to do? Can I talk to Edgeworth? Looks like Edgeworth is in questioning.
Let's come back later.
Guess so. I feel like it would be better if I could talk to him, though. Well, any thoughts?
Well, I was in detention all day.
Okay, sure. I thought I could show her things to crack the case. Did this guy come back? No, he didn't come back. That's weird that they don't let me go to those places like that. I don't know. How's the investigation proceeding?
It's not, really. We have another meeting coming up. It says to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive.
His motive?
See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident. The guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him.
And Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out on him and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal.
What happens if I show you?
It's funny, one day I woke up and wanted a fishing pole.
Do you like fishing?
I've never gone. I just wanted one so bad I went out and bought it. Never used it, actually.
Must have been one of those midlife crisis things. Heard so much about. Oops. I didn't mean to hit that. I was already powering it. Maybe we can make Missile do something. Or maybe he'll say something about Missile.
Missile's a big star in criminal affairs.
Why is he named Missile?
Now that you mention it, I'm not sure. But I hear he's aptly named for what it's worth.
I just don't get how I'm supposed to use these things. Can't do anything there still. I didn't present the dog to him.
Hey Larry, look, it's Missile. Isn't he cute? Keep that mutt away from me. What am I gonna tell my boss? There's a big boss in charge of your hot dog stand? Nick, maybe the stand is the front for a mafia money and laundering scheme.
Maya, I think you should probably try to look a little sorry about what happened.
Oh, right. Hey, my poor dogs.
I didn't take him to this area. No, it doesn't even do anything. Very cute, with shiny eyes. Do they want me to actually, like, click on stuff? I don't know if something's gonna activate if I use it. There's nothing else for them, right? Don't know how he smells like. Is there anything on the here we can grab? She cleaned up a little.
Hey Nick.
Don't tell me you're hungry again.
No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made of aluminum?
Oh yeah, they talked about that before. Sunlight can't reach them. Don't really see anything still. What do they want me to do with these things? What do you want me to do, video game? I can't get over the samurai dogs.
The original samurai dogs, no less.
Hey man, whoever calls their product original first wins. Why don't you add world famous to the sign?
Hey, good idea.
What have I done? World famous original samurai dogs. For all countries. Trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. His flags look sadly out of place, flapping listlessly back and forth in the cold wind under a cold sky.
I don't know, I think it gives the place kind of a festival atmosphere. It reminds me of War of the Eyeglasses.
The War of the what?
Huh? What? You don't know the War of the Eyeglasses?
What the heck is it?
Our local fair used to do it every summer. I guess we were the only ones.
I ask again, what the heck is it?
Hey Nick, benches! Let's take a break. Maybe have a dog.
I think not. It's too cold to sit around and eat hot dogs out here.
Wimpy city boy. You should try standing under a freezing waterfall sometime. Wow, Gourd Lake really is big.
Yeah.
Say Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake?
A long time ago, yeah, the gourd thing. We heard that before. John, not the time. She's 17. She's legal in Japan, but probably not in your state. Actually, you live in, like, Georgia, so she probably is legal there. Never mind. In the United States, the legal age is usually from 16 to 18, is where it is between most states. I think in like 1 or 2 states it's 15 or something. In Japan it's like 13. I don't know if that changes depending on district, but usually most people, you know, like those laws are in place, but everyone's like, yeah, you should probably wait till you're 18, because it's less creepy. No, in the US, it is different pretty much in every state. A lot of them are 18, but some of them are like, no, you can do it at 17. You can do it at 16. You can do it at 16 or 17, or etc. It just goes everywhere. And then if you go into, like, South America, a lot of places there, it's like, as long as you're, like, 8 years old, it's fine. And then you see, like, some 70-year-old with, like, an 8-year-old, and they're like, this is my wife. You're like, wow, that's creepy. It happens. And it sucks for those people, too, because a lot of the time it's like, well, it's for money reasons. We just have to settle with it. It's funny, because every places in South America, usually a lot of them are, like, first world status, more or less, but they still have, like, really weird things going on. I guess South America's awkward. It's like a lot of places are second world or first world, but it's like it's the weird mix, so it doesn't, like, fully, I don't know, it's weird. Cultural differences. I still don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do. Did I show... excuse me. Did I show that dude the metal detector? Let's ask him about the metal detector, too.
As you can see, it's a metal detector. We use it to look for bullets in the ground. If you can find that monster with it, all the better.
I'm not so hopeful. Though there was 3 shots fired, so if I could find the bullets too. Or if they told me how to use items anywhere else, unless I can. Yeah, they don't even let me show him. What am I supposed to do with it then? Like, I thought they would let me use the item in these other areas, but they're not letting me do that, so I don't know what to do. The Hmong, which is race. There is old tradition in giving their children away for money or arranged marriages, depending on the relations and situation. I mean, a lot of places do that. Some for religious reasons, and other places because they're just creepy. The Wild West, the age was usually 14 or something like that. But I guess for America, usually the age for consent stuff usually was still like at least puberty. A lot of people in other countries don't even do that though, so that's weird. I wonder how has a relatively newer country decided that, like, yeah, we want them to be in puberty at least. I guess because they want the whole, like, give us children and make babies before you die at, like, 30 because of some terrible disease. I guess that was the idea, but eh. I'm glad I did that enlargement. No kidding. If we didn't have that, Edgeworth would be in the prison by now, or worse. There's never a lack of drama when you're on the case, is there, Nick? What are you always on the verge of horrible failure like this? Careful, your stress send you to an early grave. Thanks for the cheerful message of support. Actually, I didn't ask Detective Gumshoe about this. You know, I was wondering... Yeah?
What if you get a picture of Gordy and it turns out like this enlargement did? Y'all crazy? A blurry picture like that doesn't make a hit story. I need a picture that screams I'm Gordy, hear me roar. I can't turn something like this into paper. What kind of fool do y'all think I am? A kind of fool that would turn a blurry picture as evidence in a murder trial? Not to mention claiming she saw something she didn't see? Just, maybe? Sensitivity and mic. Just watch yourself from now on, okay? I wonder how many times we paid her. Okay, that's just the same still. What do they want me to do? We need a hint to find Gordy. I thought they'd let us talk to Edgeworth again since he said he was looking for Gordy. Sarcastically, but maybe he actually saw something. In Africa, children makes children or they die off. I mean, I guess that can be a thing sometimes. They have older folk. Everywhere have older folk, though. It just, I don't know. If the malaria gets you or the salmonella and all that good stuff, then who knows? The parasites from bad drinking water, who knows? Puts hair on your chest. What do they want me to do? You back yet? No. He's not here still either. The only thing I have is to talk to that dude, but I can't do anything with this dude. I was supposed to talk to you about. It doesn't look like him at all. Otis has admitted he was on the boat. Huh? Kinda curious what he would say to that.
No, she heard 2 gunshots, right?
But wait, look at the court record. According to this, the murder weapon was fired 3 times.
What? How is that possible?
Where was the 3rd shot fired?
I wonder. Maybe it was a practice shot or something.
This is what I was talking about. We only have 1 bullet, but the shot was fired 3 times. So why won't they let you use the metal detector on that? He even says that they use it to look for bullets. All you feed me is poop water and bread. I have all the diseases in the world. I am a contamination before I spread death throughout the world. It's like that, one thing.
Robert Hammond. He was the defense attorney in the DL6 incident. He was the one who got the sole suspect off the hook. Wonder what Mr. Edgeworth thinks of him. Not much, I'd wager. That woman really took us for a ride, didn't she? Claiming she was a witness to a murder and all.
Still, if it weren't for a photograph, Mr. Edgeworth wouldn't have made it down today.
No, huh, really?
You were at the trial, weren't you, Detective? What do they want me to do first? I would like to look for the bullet, but they're not letting me use the equipment. Maybe I just need to present evidence to everyone. I don't know. That's all I can really do at this point. Down south, the age is are you family? Question mark. I'm not. No. Of course, I'm being facetious. Hmm. And they were everywhere. Good for you, John. Good for you. I'm happy for you. Turned up the sensitivity of the mic. We went over the picture. We talked to her about that stuff. She doesn't want a blurry picture. Do we have to ask her about this again? She was the one who said it. Why can't we?
Hey Lotta, look at this metal detector.
I know what it is. Is there like... Did they not tell you how to use this stuff? What happens here? Did they want me to examine it and it was supposed to be working already? Can't use it from here. Time to look it up. I don't know what they want me to do. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. How to use secret weapons. Making a deal. Go to the criminal affairs department. Gumshoe will be there. Secret weapons. Talk to Gumshoe. Secret mission. Borrow missile. Nestle eats the hot dogs. Wait, didn't I go to the boathouse with the metal detector too? I thought I went there with everywhere. I guess I didn't. Oh well.
Nick, it's beeping. The metal detector found something.
Sure is loud enough. Whatever it is must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Mia. Maya. Whatever your name is.
Why do I have to check it out?
I don't know, could be a murderer. Why would I go out there? Send the little girl in first.
Nick. Look.
An air tank? For a scuba diver? The valve looks broken.
I thought it was Gordy.
Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be here in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster?
Oh.
Huh? There's something wrapped in this air tank. It looks like a string of flags.
Well, it might as well take it with us with us now. We found it.
It's heavy.
What? An air tank? What about it?
Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Have you seen this before?
Huh? Me? No. Never. Who the heck would go diving in the middle of winter?
There's something about the way his eyes twitched when I showed him the tank. I think I'd better pursue this line of questioning a little further. Say, is this air tank yours?
What? Why would I have a thing like that?
Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the string of flags around your Steel Samurai there.
Must be a coincidence. There's a string of flags everywhere these days. like elementary schools and used cars dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway?
You used this to go diving in the lake, didn't you?
What? Why the heck would I go diving in the lake? Wait, you're not saying I had something to do with that murder?
No, not at all, just...
Hey, watch it, buddy, I'm not saying anything until my lawyers get here. Larry, Nick is your lawyer.
Well, Lord, Larry, she's right.
But, anyway, I've seen that air tank. I've never seen that air tank, okay?
Yeah, right. Larry's hiding something, I can tell.
Oh, she doesn't even react to it. I guess we'll go ask Detective Gumshoe about it.
Ah, Detective Gumshoe isn't here.
Now that you mention it, didn't he say he had a meeting to go to?
Nah, that's right. Let's come back later.
Maybe that means Edgeworth is here? No. Crud. Is Grossberg back?
Crud again.
I don't know why they make me move around like that. Am I just supposed to question him further? I guess I just have to question him further. I mean, finding this air tank is pretty important, but... I thought I could just put 2 and 2 together. They don't let me do anything else than that, right?
Yeah, right. Claire's hiding something, I can tell.
How do I make him not hide something? We can see the air compressor, but he uses the air compressor to fill up this. He wouldn't need it to fill up the inflatable thing. Yeah, she told us about the eyeglass thing already. What else do they want me to do then? I guess I'll just try the other dialogue option and see if anything else happens. I don't know why this would happen, but maybe I'll say something on accident.
You used this to inflate that, didn't you?
Inflate what?
What else? The big poofy steel samurai.
No, why would you go asking me a question like that?
Looks like I hit the nail on the head.
Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always use was on the fritz. So I tried using the air tank to inflate it just once. Didn't go so well.
As I suspected. It didn't go so well?
Okay, so he did use it to inflate it, but he hit the butt off or something and it went flying. Except it seemed like he was using it for diving also, by how he was talking.
Yeah.
Or knew someone who was using it for diving.
Do you think you could be a little more specific?
Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us! Fine. Whatever. Like what I said, the compressor was busted, so I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai. Up with that, and then... blam. The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. The tank took off like a rocket. It took my poor deflated samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? It scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure.
Okay, so the monster was just the inflatable thing, wasn't it? And the third bullet was just that popping.
So the tank and the steel samurai you were trying to fill flew away. What happened next?
Well, that all happened on the 20th or so. Actually, no, the bullet thing went dead up still, because the gun was missing 3 bullets. So it wouldn't be that still. Maybe. But who knows?
Well, that happened on the 20th or so.
The 20th, a week ago.
No, as far as I can see, the tank went flying into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kyons gave me that steel samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last.
The night of the murder?
It flew way out there. It took me 4 whole days to find it.
The night before, that was the night of the murder.
Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know what... You didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad.
It's not all bad. We've solved one mystery at least.
A mystery?
Maybe we should go tell her. Okay, there we go. Okay, they want me to actually talk to him.
Well, Mr. Lawyer, any info? Get the scoop on Gordy for me?
Lana, there is no such thing as Gordy.
What? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Y'all got some proof Gordy doesn't exist?
The proof that Gordy doesn't exist. Of course I have proof. No lawyer worth his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Not that I've done that several times before. But here.
Larry's air tank? What are y'all doing with an air tank? This...
This is Gordy.
Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick?
There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot who happens to be a friend of mine tried to fill it. He used the this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently it made a pretty loud bang when it flew.
A bang?
The tank, along with the deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo.
Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dream.
I'm sorry, Lana.
Nah, it's okay. You win. I'll give you your info like I promised. Not that I'm sad or anything.
So tell us this case information you have.
A promise is a promise, I guess. I've heard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. Said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path there. Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on.
Something else?
Yeah, the night of the murder, my camera clicked twice, you know? Wait, so you have another photo? Well... yeah, but there's nothing on it, just the lake. I figure it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but... here, take it.
An empty lake's taken automatically at 12:24 at 11:50 p.m.
Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Poor Lotta.
It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess.
The legend?
Yeah, the legend of Larry. Familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Someone should whip that button to shape.
No, he's into that. He better not. Well, let's go interrogate an old man.
Hey Nick, this is the boat shop that Lana was talking about.
You're right, the one we just came to get the air tank that we already knew about. Doesn't seem anyone around at all.
Let's go check it out anyway.
Small boat until shop, doesn't look like anyone's around. Probably closed because of the murder. What else am I supposed to do? Oh, okay, they actually let me go inside.
Is that a real parrot or a fake parrot?
Meg, is that you?
Huh?
Hey, is that Keith with you? Where you two been? I've been worried sick.
Okay, so that's why they didn't want to use him as a witness?
Nick, you handle this.
I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya.
Meg,
Yes?
finally made up your mind, have you?
My mind?
To run the pasta shop when I'm gone?
Pasta?
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running on an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home.
Hello! Hello, Squawk.
Nick, what was that?
A parrot, the one on that perch.
You, Keith.
Yes?
I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny.
Nick, what's the wet noodle?
Based on the available evidence, I would say it's the name of this pasta shop.
That's a relief, isn't it, Polly?
Hello? Hello? Squawk?
Yep.
Narcoleptic with, like, Alzheimer's? I guess he's asleep.
I guess he's relieved. Well, time to search the house.
Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? It ignored me.
What? You forgot Meg? You gotta call her name first.
Her name?
Polly, how you been?
Hello? Hello?
See?
Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. Too bad all she can say is hello.
Old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words.
The secret words?
I'm guessing that'll be important. Yeah, I'll go. Matt! Edgeworth didn't do it! No.
Oh, that's very specific.
Looks like the kitchen unit's pretty clean. Funny, he doesn't look like the type who would keep things tidy like that.
You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here.
I mean, apparently, I guess.
Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that at the office. We can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa.
And what? Talk about murders?
Ah, Nick, you're a party pooper.
Can we take his rice crackers? There's a lot of various fish in Gourd Lake, aren't there?
Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish.
That is, kind of weird. Why would there be saltwater fish?
Wow, he has a television here too.
No. This. This fishing pole looks expensive.
Look, Nick, a little safe. It's locked.
I'm glad you checked it, Maya. Thanks.
Polly, what's your name?
Polly!
Cute.
Maya's found a new favorite friend. A pasta shop?
Yup. To think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so that makes you two the third generation. Meg,
Yes?
tomorrow we'll start this with a secret dough tossing.
Dough tossing?
You too, Keith.
Yes.
You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen.
Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy?
Meg,
Yes?
you know the best pasta's always made in west of the Rockies, don't you?
Right, of course.
Right, of course, everyone knows that. I sounded like Meg for a second.
Nick,
Ah,
how long do we have to keep this up? All in the family charade?
this old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. Think the Fladlums said they would lose their enemies or something? I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about? This here's the place of pasta, the wet noodle. Well, now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids came and say, "You dude, we want to ride one of your boats." That's why I keep the boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them.
I'm pretty confused myself.
Nick, this isn't going anywhere.
But this old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We gotta find some way of getting information out of him.
My memory's gotten worse late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here.
Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe?
Squawk! 1228!
Alright.
Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya?
See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking.
And a criminal mind.
Quick, Nick. Write that number down.
Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. But okay, we'll break into the safe now. Are we not gonna use... No, not gonna use that? What? Maybe you'll actually look at this. That doesn't matter either. Oh great, it's starting to rain. Hang on one sec. Whoa.
Starting to rain a bunch. Pouring in.
Always starts to cover my computer. I have a cover on the top of my computer where the air duct is, so the rain usually doesn't get in, but it can be scary sometimes. It can be intimidating.
Anyway.
What the heck are we doing? Where's my controller? Oh, they're there. Controllers aren't together. One thing I have to get used to. How are my batteries on these? It doesn't even say, does it? I don't know if I can answer. Maybe I can show them this. You would see the person if they wanted to use the boat, right? No, I don't think he's gonna give us anything useful there. I just got the combination to the safe, though, and they're not letting me use it. I guess leave. Maybe we have to go ask someone else. Or maybe Edgeworth knows about it and we can talk to him finally. No. You these guys? No. Well, then apparently they want me to open the safe, but they're not gonna let me open the safe. Answers to the name Polly. And be like... Yeah, we know the combination to it, why can't we open it now? I don't know, can I show him this? I guess my only thing I can do is just keep showing him all the evidence. Show him a picture of his own bird. If there was gunshots, maybe he heard him. Maybe I have to go back to Grossberg's. This is starting to get annoying. Gonna show him my attorney badge.
Is that a lawyer badge?
Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge.
I get it.
Huh?
Yup. I got you figured out now. You're not Keith.
Nick, now's our chance to clear things up.
Sir. No, I'm not Keith.
And I'm not Meg either.
We're here investigating a murder that took place on the lake the other night.
Please help us.
Lawyer, huh?
Please, mister?
Alright, I'll help, but on one condition.
What's that?
This case is over and done. You run the wet noodle.
Okay, we promise.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles?
I guess so.
That's my boy. Good for you, Keith.
Wait, didn't I just say?
You too, Meg.
Yes?
You bring a tear to her own mind eye, you know. Now what else do you want to know? Speak up, Polly.
Hello? Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Can I steal this stuff?
Now don't go open up people's safe without the permission, Meg.
Maybe later.
Later? Okay, wait. He's like awake now or something? Are you gonna say something else?
Of course. What's the point of going fishing in your own backyard? Deep sea fishing's the best, might be tasty too.
Right. Okay, so he goes deep sea fishing. Fishing pool looks expensive.
The fishing equipment, fishing's all about having the right equipment. Or you're supposed to catch anything with 2-cent rod.
That's what I'd like to ask Detective Gumshoe.
Does he cook his pasta here? Looks like a kitchen unit's gonna clean.
That's right, Keith.
I'm confused. He's not adding that much. Okay, you didn't add a comment to that. What about the TV?
He has a television here too.
Yep, don't work though.
Really?
I picked it up from the dump after all. And figures that doesn't work.
Then why do you keep it?
I don't know, it just looks right there. In the summer I replaced it with a mini fridge.
A broken mini fridge?
Of course, I got that from the dump too. Nobody in their right mind would throw away a good cooler.
Actually, since he's awake now, can we show him stuff?
Yep, I seen this.
You know something about this?
Keith,
Yes?
it's okay. You can call me Dad.
Dad, you know something about this?
The other night, out on the lake.
Yes? Yes?
I know all about that. I seen it.
What? Tell us what you saw.
Well, I suppose. And you're taking over the shop and all.
Okay, doesn't know anything about those. You know about Gordy?
Nope.
I don't know why I showed the map layout. That doesn't matter. Know anything about ballistic bullets? You know anything about this gun? No.
That's my gun. I put it there.
No. That'd be funny. Gordy's sleeping. Doesn't know anything about hearing gunshots, I guess. Know anything about his own bird? Okay, I can't ask him about the camera. Can I talk to him now? Okay, yeah.
I forgot the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night, yep.
It was after midnight, but okay.
Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. And I heard another one bang.
We still need the third shot. But those ones are right after the other.
A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walks by my window here. He was muttering something to himself, yep.
Oh, what did he say?
Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise.
We need to know earlier than that.
You know what? Little Terry was just here.
Terry?
Yep, the kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat. Got himself some of the whiskers going out his face.
Must be talking about Detective Gumshoe.
He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow.
Really?
Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, we should be leaving.
I think you're right. Oh wait, I had one more question.
Huh?
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk! Don't forget DL6!
Huh? What'd she just say, Nick?
One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6! What? The DL6 incident? Hey, I mean, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy?
Why would that bird, Polly, know about DL6?
We have to figure out who that old man is. Is he the real murderer?
Oh,
What?
he locks the door from the other side.
Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. We didn't break into his skates. 1228. I don't know if that'll matter later, but we know it still. 1228. I'm just gonna write it down, just in case. Pretty sure it was 1228, right?
Hey pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time?
Actually, we wanted to ask you something.
Yeah?
You know the boat rental shop down at Gold Lake?
Oh, yeah.
The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right?
How'd you, that was supposed to be top secret.
Do you know who that old man is, Detective?
Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart from yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea.
Sounds suspicious.
Detective Gumshoe, please help us.
Huh?
We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that has something to do with this current case.
To tell you the truth, I don't know much about the DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file, so I'm afraid I can't show them to you either.
What?
However, if you can convince me somehow the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I can consider opening the file up. What's that? A parrot?
The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about the incident.
That incident? Huh?
DL6.
What?
We have to show this again. We just saw the scene. He is so bored he's sleeping. Yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty sure that old man have taught her that word.
Yeah. But how would that old man know about the DL6 incident?
Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6?
Nick, you think he might be?
I get you. Sounds like you need information on DL6 incident.
They said he would be like, what, like in his 50s or something, or older.
Through there is the station records room. I'll give you the special permission to go in and find what you need.
Alright. Way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room.
I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Without him.
Wow. It's amazing. Really dusty.
10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess.
Let's find that DL6 stuff quick.
15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through the 4th grade when he suddenly transferred because of DL6.
Nick, I found where the file is.
Oh, thanks.
Just let me know what you want to know about DL6 incident. I'll go to the right file.
Well, let's go down the list. First, I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary.
Right. Summary, found it. Here you go.
December 28th, 2001.
That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow.
So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the the district courthouse.
What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now?
Looks like it. Everything's planet aligned. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all the lights went out.
Wow. That was some earthquake.
At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours.
That would be scary like that in the dark.
There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious.
The survivors?
One of the three in the elevator had been shot in the heart.
That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it?
He said that his father was shot before his very eyes, so Miles Edgeworth was one of the passengers in the elevator. Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father?
Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he would be 50.
If he had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. He had lost that day's course.
Miles?
Miles Edgeworth, of course.
So he was in the elevator with his father?
Yeah, we just got over that. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. It's a... Where have I heard that before? Huh? It sounds just like the current case. What's going on here?
So someone's framing up the same exact case again. Interesting. Court case.
Got any data on the suspect in there?
That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as suspect...
Oh. The man arrested was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the third person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it.
Well, then he had to have done it.
But he was found innocent thanks to the defense lawyer, Robert Hammond.
Hammond, the victim in our case.
Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared.
Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder?
He may be closer than we think.
So Yogi got brain damage and is now that old man?
I guess I know generally what happened in the L6 now. Still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth.
Nick, are we going to take the whole file? It's too much, we'll never get it out.
You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Take the spark notes of the trial. Right, that's probably all we're able to find here. Now that's all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court.
So pretty much we confirmed that this old guy is really the murderer, most likely. At least the murder of Edgeworth's father. Because he threw himself into a panic to shoot the window of the elevator to get air. Bullet probably ricocheted and killed his father or something, and it was an accident. But, it got into a big mess. Who knows? Maybe it was actually murder. Well, actually, no. The guy was a murderer in the first place, wasn't he? And because, they lost the case, then the guy murdered again right away or something. Yeah, I don't know. The lawyer just wanted to shoot balloons to pop them, but accidentally shot them.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready.
Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statement.
Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Right, of course.
A prediction. Today's trial will end in 3 minutes from now. Start the timer.
Order, Mr. Van Carver, what is the meaning of this statement?
Must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now.
Right.
I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. Is that mysterious witness the boat shop owner? Because he's not that decisive. There's still a lot of uncertainties here, but I'm starting to get a possible idea, at least. I think he accidentally shot him in the elevator because he was running out of breath. But also, if he had mental damage, he could have just shot him because he thought he saw a monster or something. But in general, he was a murderer in the first place, right? So it doesn't really matter either way. He's still guilty of something. But the question is, did he shoot someone now, since there was apparently 3 bullets? He could have shot someone from the boat, possibly. Maybe. We don't know, though.
Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. I also rent boats.
The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yep, I was.
Please testify. Yeah, what's his name? Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. I predicted this trial would end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right.
The witness will state his name. Why do we have the same voice? Well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean? My memory...
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several beats. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
You can't recall, you see?
Yes, but the incident question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Okay, so we're hearing testimony of a man that doesn't know his own name.
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. I was in the restaurant to rent boats as usual, and I heard a bang. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window.
Cross-examination. There's nothing to question about my witness's testimony, ergo no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Of course I'm gonna cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Excuse me, Mr. Runner?
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well then, let's take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
Guy's a sore loser. Just after midnight, you say?
Yep, around then.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yep.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. Surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered, isn't that right?
Don't glare at me like that. I remember it clearly, I did, yep.
See, continue. So he threatened them, pretty much. Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for the court of law.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot? Don't be so hard on me. Hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith.
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. What? And where did the bang seem to come from?
From the lake, I figure.
Are you certain?
Yep.
Good, continue. Was there someone in the boat?
It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly, but I think there was 2 men out there, yup.
But you couldn't see them clearly.
Yup, at the time that is.
At the time. So you heard 2 gunshots total?
Yup.
That's what Lana said in her testimony yesterday. But there were still 3 bullets fired. What happened to the 3rd bullet? When are we going to get around to that? They always save that stuff that bothers me the most for like the very last part.
Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and the man walks by the window.
This is what we want to know. Who was the man? By a window.
Yup, by my window, right outside the window on my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. The man was the defendant. He was saying, "I can't believe he's dead."
Are you sure? I don't know. Dad.
Dead certain, Keith. He said, "I can't believe he's dead," as he was walking by, too.
Witness, are you sure that person you saw was Mr. Miles Edgeworth?
It was him, that Edgeworth boy.
What?
This sounds like decisive evidence. I see no thing.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I'd better act quick, or this trial is going to be over. Raise objection! Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Mr. Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing a man firing with his left? Exactly. As easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You're ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in the witness testimony is true. Objection again. Your Honor, this witness claims that that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead," but his word is all we have. If you were telling a lie... Mr. Edgeworth, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently you have yet to realize this, even this basic fact. You say testimony is a lie. Show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence?
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please, can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you.
"3 minutes was perhaps too high of an expectation, however 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record."
Enough! The witness may leave the stand.
Are you making leave?
This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case of the defendant. Case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No.
This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth. The accused would surrender his court immediately to be held in a pending trial at the Horror Court. Within a month from today's date, that is all. The court is adjourned.
Me, I did it again?
Who was that just now?
Me.
Oh, Larry?
Larry.
Larry?
What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park in the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order.
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for an adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Van Karma. Do you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order, order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. Doesn't get any worse.
You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak clearly. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
I overturn it. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all my court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent any inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this? I keep changing this guy's voice. Oh well.
He won't be important later, probably. I don't know. Unless I'm just gonna fight Edgeworth still more. I don't really know still. Something will happen eventually.
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Uh-oh. He's withdrawing the statement.
Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now.
What?
The court will adjourn for 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
Judge finally, taking one for himself.
Ah, and I was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Get it? Edge? I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night.
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
Huh?
You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. That. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. When I saw the pistol laying on the floor of the boat in front of me, I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Cora has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. December 27th. 10:35 a.m. District Courtroom.
We'll see if Larry actually came to the rescue or not.
The court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw on the night of December 24th.
Oh, right. Leave it to me. Larry, don't mess this one up. Or at least mess it up so it's in my favor. I hate to admit it, but you're the last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is the right about being a big break.
That night I was out on the boat in the lake. I was looking for something, I, found it. So I quietly slipped it back into the boat rental dock, and then as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That is unusual vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
So that was the third gunshot? Because he went there at a different time. He went there before 12, right? But if you heard the first shot, then we can get some explanations, maybe. Unless it was his air tank popping, because it was in the woods. But he just kind of threw it in the woods also. Why would he loiter it? Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
What do you got?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There are so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first off, what time was it?
Oh, it was after 11, when I went on the boat. By the time everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak.
And why were you on the boat at such a late hour? Looking for something?
Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for?
The witness was... what the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for some Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in this sense. This is all irrelevant, let's get it over with. Around what time was that?
Well, let's see. I figured it was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay?
People use watches these days, Larry.
Then, just as I was getting home, I heard this bang.
Where did the sound come from?
Well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked.
Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order. Well, Mr. Butts?
Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not.
That's just the most important part of this case. But doesn't that make it sound like that an old guy wouldn't be able to see the boat if this young guy couldn't see it through the fog? Single gunshot. So you only heard one bang, correct?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, Nick?
It's pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on contradictions.
I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
Two gunshots just after midnight. Wait a second, Larry.
What?
You only heard one bang, you sure?
That's what I said.
But Miss Lana Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs, and the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night.
Huh?
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Butts,
What?
you only heard one gunshot, are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Not sure. How could you not be sure?
Well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else.
Something else?
My radio, dude. My headphones.
What? Oh, brother, this is making worse.
Order! Stop that booing! Mr. Butts! We're listening to the radio with your headphones.
Yeah, so, is that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Kammer, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shabby testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue testimony?
Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
But
Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
I wouldn't... If there were any other way out of this, believe me, wouldn't listen to him.
It's only being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
You were listening to your radio at high volume?
Yeah, what's the problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
I truly believe Mary has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe his testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the gunshot, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Always great. It's lonely on Christmas Eve, that's... So you're turned on the radio.
Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like being out there alone on Christmas Eve, alone.
I shouldn't have said anything. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the court case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to a radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was the radio set to that night?
Real booming loud, like.
Real booming loud?
Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on?
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
Can you prove that? No, of course you can't.
Nah, I can't prove it, but I remember the moment real clear. I mean, when I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know?
Is this just all a throwaway thing? What did she say? Mr. Wright, we don't know if the DJ was a boy or a girl. You see, this pointless questions. What possibly could know in knowing what the DJ said?
Indeed, Mr. Varmkammer has a point. I'll the question only some reasons why.
We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. The DJ sometimes says, like, the time and stuff.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask him?
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot.
Are you sure?
Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice.
Maybe Von Kammer's right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. It's the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There's one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press until we get to the bottom of what happened. the time. Doesn't make sense.
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're not trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed, and?
It's almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
Yes, that would seem to be the case.
But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. The photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time on the photo was taken when the gun...
Oh, let's see what the time on the photo was. 12:25, 0:15, 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
This is clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order, order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
Well, what?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about this?
Larry's right.
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight, because the gun was fired 3 times. Intriguing. Assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me the evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. The gun itself. This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order, order. I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimony.
Bah, you waste your time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have any proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something?
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Do you have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence that proves Mr. Butts was just hearing things? Wasn't just hearing things.
Where's the other picture? Oh yeah, this one. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lana Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set up to go off in response to loud noises. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50. That is why this photo was taken. Exter. I think we went over this already, but I'm probably gonna pronounce it weirdly every time I see it. Either way, hey again. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time, Larry claims. At least that finally came back to fruition. Finally came back around.
Order. That didn't make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen at that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Oh, I better think of something quick. Yeah, Exter. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes.
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it! I have it!
Uh-huh.
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
The murder in this case had the same idea as the murder in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya,
Yes?
if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it.
Right, I mean, is this safe?
Safe. We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Wright?
the testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Mr. Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Mr. Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time the murder, one boat was on the lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on the boat. There was a gunshot fired on the boat. Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat.
I admit it, are there any other possibility?
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic
evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photos says 0:15.
But Larry had the gunshot for 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat were.
Edgeworth and the murderer? The murderer and Hammond. Edgeworth and Hammond. Of course, it was Edgeworth. And the murderer! After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammer and met Edgeworth. It's a reverse. This was another self-defense case. Or something. Who knows? Everyone's killing each other.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all of this.
So, what, are they going to say that it was self-defense still? Or are they going to say that the guy shot himself somehow? Or was already, like, dying or something?
Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name, Wright. It's... Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know?
Because it was the boatman. The victim was Seto Kaiba, and he got shot by Neo, the one that explains their odd fashion sense. Oh. Bah, again, you waste my time. I don't know, because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go to the... all the way out to the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of the crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
I mean, it probably took place here, right? The boathouse? Here, of course. The boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. Then he found Seto Kaiba there with a gun. He finds it and returns the boat. Then just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. Yet a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though that he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop.
Instead of a gun, it's just him pointing and saying boom. Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. That was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond himself. Then he got to the boat, in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations, the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness? As the first shot missed. Because the first shot missed.
Missed?
Yeah, he was aiming for Edgeworth and he missed. What are you saying? Do you not just tell us he missed Edgeworth on purpose? Oh yeah. Oops. Pretend that didn't happen. Sure as anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Mr. Hart didn't pretend that first part didn't happen. Exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next! The murderer waits a bit after he fires again. Then... the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind. He was framing Edgeworth for the murder of the other guy. So the other guy couldn't tell who the real murderer was. I knew that. I just hit the wrong button, we'll say.
For someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that the one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. He then put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Cool.
I mean, you can soft save anyways. Usually the live system's stupid anyways, because usually if you solve the murder, like I already know the murderer is the boat guy. It's just you have to have the right evidence, and if you get the wrong random option if you choose the wrong thing instead of using your evidence or whatever, it's like, then you're just basing everything on the game's logic. So if you think, oh, if the game's logic with this sentence means this thing, then it's right. But if it doesn't, then that means it's wrong, so I have to pick the other option. Because the game logic dictates that. So I guess the live system kind of works, because you kind of have to deal with the game logic and not just actual logic, so it's weird.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While everyone waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said?
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir?
Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
Huh? The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away.
Oh, got away.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I'll extend the trial until tomorrow. I request that the police department utilize all forces to find the witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
So yeah, pretty much we know he's the one who murdered Edgeworth's dad. We know that, like, now for sure. More or less.
Yay, Nick, you did it.
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from another guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Flew off a dragon-shaped jet? Yeah, as usual. Do you think Kaiba just goes around murdering people, like, randomly, if he feels like it, with his blue-eyes dragon jet? Just because he has enough money to cover it up, he could be like Red White in this game. Seto Kaiba's just the blue. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth, what's up?
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pale. I mean, looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of murder. Did Edgeworth murder his own father? and that guy got put on trial, but then he murdered someone else anyways? Is that what it's really gonna be? Did Edgeworth accidentally murder his own father because of the earthquake? And that's why he was afraid of earthquakes? Because it made him, like, push into the guy's gun and shoot it? That's what I'm guessing. Since he said it like that, but who knows? December 27th, 2:11 p.m. Wright and Code offices.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
Memory of a crime committed, a memory of murder. Yeah, we just got that.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he never takes someone's life. Never.
Nick, you only knew him in 4th grade, why would you...
You guess Edge wanted to go to jail as to why he didn't want to write as an attorney. We all knew he wears purple, so that gives him kind of what? Yeah.
Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I am swimming the aisles, huh, Maya? Swimming? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right. Tell me the truth, it was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick?
Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two.
I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me, yeah. Bow before your hero. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You didn't know him back then. Back when we wanted to be a defense attorney.
Wait, was that when you two were classmates?
Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
Well, what? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Sorry, I kinda forgot. I have that Japanese amnesia syndrome that they talk about so much, you know, when the protagonist forgets his whole entire life. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial.
A class trial?
You remember, Larry? Spring in the 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, the kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Just in regards to plausibility, like this case, it's one of the best ones in the series. I'll believe you, but I haven't really played that much of this game. This is the first Phoenix Wright game I played, and it's the first one, so I'll say I can agree so far.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that.
And I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So they thought you did it?
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day, we had the classroom trial with me as the defendant.
Little Phoenix, right? Crying.
I didn't do it.
Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you, thief. Give the money back. Admit it, you did it. You're scum. We're gonna kill you with a stake.
I don't think kids should be saying that.
We're gonna kill him in the middle of the night. Give me my 50 cents back that I loaned you.
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right.
In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix.
I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boys whose money had been stolen were sitting. That's when it happened. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in this trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs.
Miles.
he wore a suit and tie and bow tie then? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone who's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent.
But Miles, it was your money that was stolen.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah, we're gonna murder him.
Why don't you all shut up?
Oh, there he said it.
This is always how it was, everybody ganging up on picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it.
Did Larry steal it?
Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over.
Did the teacher steal it? That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were best friends.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot.
That's when I learned what it meant to be... not what it meant to be alone. Wait, what? Totally alone without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took a day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it personally, you know?
When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. Remembered his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. And that's why I became a prosecutor.
Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school, because his dad frickin' died.
The DL6 incident.
Right, I'm not sure. But the transfer probably had to do with his father's death, even though that he became my best friend for life. After that one moment where we talked for a few months.
That's so sad.
That was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. Then there was an article about him in the newspaper. Headline was something like, "Dark suspicion of a demon attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimony, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
But why? What happened? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all.
That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
Probably because we only knew him in 4th grade and he literally had no attachment to us besides talking to us a few times. I couldn't just drop it though. Wait, what? That's weird. I wanted to meet him and learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I didn't have to meet him whether he wanted to or not, in court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. When he was in 4th grade, and not a completely different person years and years later when he's an adult now. I'm the only one who can help him.
Wow, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free?
Yeah, sure. Helped you out because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Aw, Nick. 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 We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. If it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right, it very may well be.
First, that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Larry, you really helped me out in today's trial.
You did. If it weren't for you, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick. That boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious, but Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just the guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick?
I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end.
Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? No, he means me, right, Nick?
Yeah, you and Larry.
Not me. But why you and Larry? Actually, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment.
I don't believe in you at all, Maya. I believe in Mia. This guy back yet? He's out. Again.
When does he work, anyway?
Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Probably never works. Edgeworth in here still? You look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
The class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't. Unlike this Phoenix guy over here, I'm an anime protagonist. Why would I remember anything about my past?
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only mattered to me anyway. I'm not an anime protagonist, is really why.
I just typed half a book, and Twitch app being stupid deleted it. Good job.
But I'll just type it again in segments. For some reason my hands are going numb. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, doesn't sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, but, I think you've changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps.
Nick, no. That's the photo of his father. Don't show him that.
Fine. I guess he doesn't want to see it. What is it? Nothing. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow on December 28th, it's a statute of limitation runs out. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But even if this case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
Ah, my hand. It feels like it's going in slow motion. Ow. Why did this happen? Was I sitting in a too awkward position too long? I need blood flowing through my body. Case 2 relies entirely on Mia and Ex Machina's ghost powers. I thought the Steel Samurai case was at least good. I can say that. That one was a little better, at least. Like, they had some cliche stuff at the end, but it's an anime game, so you can kind of expect that. But They at least tried to make you use the evidence more. Like, that was when they took off some of the baby gloves. Even though that, they still make you go over the whole entire... Yeah, if you don't follow the game logic, then we're not gonna let you do this, even if you figured it out ahead of time. That's the thing I still hate. Ow. Hey, Edgeworth. Why'd you become a prosecutor, anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? Hey, T-Colt. My father was taken from me and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yaniyagi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That'd be rather damning. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I'd lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in the court. He claimed Yaniyagi had not been sound of mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was relieved due to a lack of evidence, innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know, with the courtroom techniques from him.
And so he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He is a perfectionist in all things, in court, in his personal life. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. Not one suspect was declared innocent ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it isn't possible for us to accurately know. All of Yon Karma's does is his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh impossible to find weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's a strange situation, which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Do I want to show him anything else? Oh yeah, the guy isn't in the place now, so I could probably go open a safe, right?
Hey, pal. Long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Close one today, eh? Close one. I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half.
Sorry about that. How do you... whatever.
No prob, pal. Thanks to you, we know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by the trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal.
Detective Gumshoe sure is, active today.
Oh, one thing.
Uh,
No one can go into the woods today.
the woods?
Where Lotta's camping?
The woods are off limits. It's camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go for a while.
I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Did he take refuge in the campsite then? In the forest?
Ah, the steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore?
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed, too.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Edgeworth to show up for work.
Big message. So Hammer does all this elaborate paperwork, steals a costume, tricks a cameraman by a fake limping, all pre-planned to kill the producer, but he didn't bring a murder weapon. Mind you, he knew the spear was broken and held together by duct tape. He could have just brought a knife or something, besides that he just happens to be shoved by D. Visquez and happens to get impaled by the fence in the same place as the dude 5 years ago. Seems like a huge coincidence. Yeah, but overall it was a good case. It's a little ridiculous at the end, yeah, but it was okay case. It was okay. I still don't know why my hand's like going numb, but it's very bothersome.
The old caretaker got away.
Yup.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
I don't know who that clearing of throat is.
I know that clearing of throat everywhere. Boo, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, huh? No, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg? This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trials ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw at today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? Probably trying to steal stuff. Just like we're going to do.
Nobody's home.
Hello?
Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where the owner's gone.
Hello?
I can't believe you'd run off and leave this poor parrot to fend for herself.
Hello? Oh, wait. Stop it. Buttons.
That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
Oh, I didn't even need to write it down. They just ask again.
Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
Sure there isn't any money in there.
No. But hey. He keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Aw, boring.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth?
Nick? Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get your revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and framed Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. It's exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean, get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. I'm getting a raging clue here. We're gonna have to show that to Edgeworth, probably. Even you can figure it out. And you're terrible at this. I mean, if you mean for the case right now, it's already solved. We already solved the case, we just don't know where the guy ran away to. We all know it's the boat caretaker. I mean, that being said, that concise letter, it could have been someone else given the orders there. Like a red, white... Oh, you mean you wrote the letter? Well, since it was clear and concise, it could just be, Mr. What's-His-Face, Mr. Perfect over there. But let's ask Edgeworth. Edgeworth, see this letter? Hmm? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat and rental caretaker lives. I see. Huh? Revenge. On me.
Who is this guy anyway?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you declared guilty or something? Nice, Wright, but I don't remember that old man. No.
So he was following this letter the whole time. This letter, then.
Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance. Wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man.
What is this? What is it? Do you know something? Who is he?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Hey, boo. No. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about any of these games, so I don't know how the second game's cases are the third game's. The suspect in the DL6 incident who was found innocent. Wait, what am I doing? Wait, what did he just ask? I didn't miss... I missed that. What did he say? I didn't notice. I don't know what he said, so I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. Oh wait, yeah, I accidentally presented. Okay, I was doing the wrong thing. I'm dumb. I didn't realize I accidentally pressed the present button. I thought they were making me pick who the guilty person was or something. Yogi, I don't know. Was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us like a little box. In that little box, became unsettled.
Help, I can't breathe.
Quiet, they said you're making this not even seem easier. I want to get out. Help, get out. Don't shot. You use up more oxygen? I mean, I'll figure out what the second game's about when I get to it, right? That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in the hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yaniaga's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress is called temporary insanity. In the end, the claim was passed that the court, Yogi was found innocent. So do you want revenge because he was considered crazy and he was framed for a murder that he didn't commit because it was actually Edgeworth who killed his father when they're all going insane? Probably something weird like that. Huh.
But isn't that strange? Letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why do you want to take revenge on you?
Right. Yeah? There's something I've been troubling me the last few days. I didn't know whether I should tell you or not. You mean the nightmare? Yeah, nightmare for committing a crime. We heard that part. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Yeah, we just read that. Gonna run out of the oxygen. Using up the air. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. No, father. He's attacking father. Then I see the pistol laying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol.
Get away. Get away from my father. Bang.
So he threw the gun, and it went off. Pause, rest, steady, Edgeworth come in, so... yeah, he killed himself so we could, seppuku, not Sudoku. Sudoku is the puzzle, the math puzzle. Seppuku is the cut your belly open. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But, it's just a dream, right? Right?
So, in other words, his father was going to get killed by that guy, but Edgeworth threw the gun and ended up killing his father. So pretty much he just made his father's death faster, is what he really did. The thought that is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say sometimes people shout out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it, the way this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi wasn't really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad.
What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. There's something else, who knows? A lot about DL6 incident, maybe.
There is, Nick. There is someone who knows about DL6.
Mr. Grossberg himself. I don't know if you can say that as you know these games. Mr. Grossberg.
Boom, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
Right. You can calm down and tell me what happened, huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, he
Huh?
he killed his own father 15 years ago.
Oh, who cares? So Mr. Edwards dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder,
What?
if that's the case, why do you two look so troubled,
Well,
Also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth, so deep he would want to frame him for murder. That leads me to summarize that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
no. I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irreversibly wrecked. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Woohoo! So this is the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Ah, for his own sake.
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won the innocent verdicts for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Ah?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait,
What is it?
this letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
Manfred von Karma. Could it be Manfred von Karma?
Von Karma? Why would he do something to do with this?
Oh, well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma? Von Karma? Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. You used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means... the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill us.
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does that mean, then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? I don't know. Why would he want to frame him? On photo, exhibit A. What would this be it?
She was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did.
Huh? Sorry about what?
I think I'll stay out of this one. Okay, we're not going to talk about that one. What evidence would they want me to show? Just the report? Or the murder scene? Do we have something else that said anything about karma? Oh no, I'm showing this.
Here's the incident that took place 15 years ago, so tomorrow would be the completion of not one, but two. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damaging DL6 incidents has done will never be erased. Gregory Edgeworth was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would become of Von Karma were he alive.
Oh. That's an interesting thing to say. I'll just show him all the evidence until I get it right. One of them's probably right. I don't know why it would be any of these things at all, but I'm just showing them. I bet it's good. Can't believe the fiendish planning around the murder. We almost fell right into his trap.
What a creep.
My attorney badge? Oh, wait, did they just not want me to show anything then? What the heck? Why do they say stuff like that? But then they're like, no, we didn't actually want you to show you anything. Unless I just hit it again by accident, I did notice. Maybe I'm just absent-mindedly pressing too much stuff. What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have one peer, now that I think about it. Your mentor, Maya Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The results, he has a perfect win, court record win. Gregory Edgeworth tried to call the attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. He died in despair, as it were.
I see.
So, in other words, the guy wasn't just evil for the whole, for this whole situation. He also taught the guy's son that he didn't like, just so he could get to this point in life, pretty much.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called him a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
I'm Gregory Edgeworth. I've been killed. The one who shot me. Bailiff.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's why my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right, everyone thought she was one. She was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsifies his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's the only possibility, mind you. But a possibility, mindless.
Not the only possibility.
It truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. We'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no.
But how could Von Karma know about Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I don't know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscathed.
What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted, and he won the trial. Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence, and though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusations stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
Must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to sea or mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe.
You have a strange idea about vacations, Maya.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. And then his Edgeworth's father died.
No. Did he make the blackout happen? Will that be what we heard?
I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd, if he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on that. What if Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I wouldn't let him.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that. I just believe Edgeworth's innocent. I can't believe you'd kill someone. Even on accident, because why not? He threw the gun right into Yogi's knee, and Yogi's knee gently hit the trigger, so that means, technically, he killed him. It works. It'll hold up in court, don't worry.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits to it himself. His father must have lied to protect him far beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The race files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. Police materials. Anyway. Finally, we get what we wanted. It's a visual novel type game. You have to talk every option. Usually.
There's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi.
Oh, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again.
Well, no, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there, but I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway.
You can go in as long as he's there.
Von Karma?
Yes, he just arrived, actually. Erasing evidence.
Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry.
Falsifying evidence, no doubt.
Dusty as always.
We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. You behind this bookshelf? Your files collected a case report. There are quite a few large volumes. Reports in here.
Wow. These are all case reports?
Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases.
I guess my sister's case is in there too. Quietly gathering dust.
Make it sound so depressing. Suspicious drawer open.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking in it recently.
The label says unsolved cases evidence.
Unsolved cases.
Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty.
What? What are you doing in here?
Von Karma?
You? How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're all like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth would tell the court tomorrow? We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of an amateur. Just like his father, always the second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, did you not? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt you a blow to your otherwise perfect record. So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. So I probably shouldn't show this to him since it incriminates him. I guess he wouldn't speak about stuff. I don't know, should I show it to him? Fine, I'll show it. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yaniyagi to commit murder. Yaniyagi? How many years has it been since I heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yagi this letter.
Yes, my dear fence attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You saved me the trouble of needless hassle. What?
Nick, what is that thing?
What? A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 6,000 volts will course. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electrical fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. No!
No! What are you... Nick, run!
Maya! Wow. What?
Why didn't he run? All he had to do was run.
Ah, he got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Maya jumped first. Maya, she okay? Maya. She's dead. Maya, open your eyes. Maya. Hey. Maya.
The letter. Did he take it?
Huh? Oh yeah, are you okay?
I don't know why the game forces you to be stupid, but it does. It's like, hey, we're in a police precinct. Couldn't we just go,
Hey guys, this guy's got a taser and is trying to hurt me.
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her most. Wish I wouldn't have woken up at all.
Yeah, wait, no, I'm useless. I couldn't beat up an old guy that's like 60. I'm the useless one. You think I would have self-defense skills or something? I'm like 20 or something.
Someone talks and there are speech bubbles. The character is forced to stop moving no matter what.
You're right in thinking the plot wouldn't advance. God. There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? The Yale incident case evidence taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Still bears clear ballistic markings.
And it was shot through the glass, so did someone shoot the window and kill him instead? Did Von Karma really murder him and it wasn't either of the people there?
I'll prove to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove to you in court tomorrow.
Man, this stream flew by. It's already been 3 hours. We'll be right back. But we'll have to finish up the final day of this case tomorrow, it seems. They're doing it tomorrow and I'm doing it tomorrow. It all works out. It's like 50-something, not that old. I mean, he could still probably like kick him in the junk or something, you know? Just a good swift kick to the groin. You're like, hey, this guy is trying to like electrocute us. Someone come in here. There's a whole bunch of cops in here. I mean, I guess that was the point of telling him that the police precinct was mostly empty. But still. You could still hit him in the groin. One time, Maya actually does something, Poggers. Yeah, the one time that she could have also hit him in the groin. Just remember, everybody, hit someone in the groin if they have a gun to you at close range. Even if they're a girl, hit them in the groin. Doesn't matter. Just do it anyways, it'll hurt. Anyway. Yell fire. I mean, if you're nearby people, yelling fire works too. It might not matter in that case. I mean, if you're close enough to someone, you probably want to yell gun or something instead. But then they might leave you, so I'm not sure. Maybe you should yell, I'm bleeding out. Oh no. Or just start taking off your clothes. They won't expect it. You know? If they pull up a gun to you, just rip off your clothing and they won't know what to do with themselves. Rip off your clothing, throw it in their face, use a distraction. It'd work. Anyways, enough self-defense class. For anyone who showed up today, thank you guys for dropping in. Appreciate it. I don't know if I'll stream later, but I finished a long story I was doing, so I might have a stream later or something in the night of me playing Final Fantasy XIV. Though I do those at ungodly hours at like 4 AM or something, so you might see those or might not. Either way, I'm gonna go eat dinner. You guys have a good day, and yeah. Catch you on tomorrow for more Phoenix Wright. See if we can save Edgeworth here.